I kind of start with what went well this semester, what didn't
Yeah.
go well, what changes should we make? Do we want to keep everything as is?
As you were talking about Christmas schooling, one of the things I was thinking through is I know that sometimes it can almost be the dread of we take this break during the Christmas season and going into the new year, and then we almost dread having to get back into the regular routine of homeschooling. And, we've got that kind of February slump that if you've been homeschooling for a while, it's coming and you just kind of dread it. And how do you take this time, this little break that you have to kind of revive or revamp your homeschooling and prepare for the new year so that you can start strong again?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Let me go back really quickly and say that different Christmas schooling times have looked different because of ages and stages of kids. So I am homeschooling an almost 16-year-old.
Uh-huh.
And we still continue. He's got his math to do every single day. He
Mhm.
still has his language arts, which would be, English, writing, grammar kind of stuff to do every single day. And we will probably this Christmas season continue on with history because we got a little behind. We took a little rabbit trail.
Yeah.
So Christmas schooling for us will be more like almost like a morning time event where we
Mhm.
will spend time with the Lord and we will do some things, and then we'll take off here and there for things like the pie baking and
Yeah.
cookie baking and things like that. Um,
Which, by the way, I love that you do that with your son. I
yeah,
think that's so cool. His wife is going to be so grateful for that.
he is an amazing baker and an
Yeah.
amazing chef. Yeah.
So
And
cool.
I attribute it to having him in one of those little boppy chairs from the moment he could,
Oh,
sitting
yeah.
beside me in the kitchen. He has been part of it. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's so cool.
he's
Love that.
amazing. Yeah.
Sorry, I
No,
totally
that's
interrupted you. I
okay.
just was like, that's so cool. You don't hear about that.
Yeah.
Typically, you hear about, and I only have girls, so I'm only speaking from experience. But, I think about my girls being in the kitchen, but I love hearing about, 16-year-old boys
Yeah.
being in the kitchen with mom and baking pies and
He's
cooking and stuff.
amazing.
That's so
And
cool.
he can do those things from scratch too.
Yeah.
Like not even use a recipe book sometimes. I still use a
Nice.
recipe book. Yeah. So some seasons have been a little more intensive on my part with Christmas schooling. I mean, we went all in, and all day, every day was something fun. And that did not leave quite the break.
Mhm.
I am enjoying much more of a break. So he's basically doing most of everything on his own. And then the Christmas school is planned. So we will enjoy that together. But I will have some downtime. And 1,000,000% yes. I go ahead and start thinking about the new semester. And I
Mhm.
kind of start with what went well this semester, what didn't
Yeah.
go well, what changes should we make? Do we want to keep everything as is? And that includes not only curriculum,
Mhm.
but drum lessons, sports, whatever. In fact, we just made the decision this week that drum lessons would cease until basketball season is over because
Mm.
it was really becoming too much travel on me.
Yeah.
And he's getting ready to get his permit. And so it was just one thing. So drum lessons aren't gone for good, but they have stopped for a little while. So that was,
Mhm.
a pre-thinking kind of decision.
Sure.
Um, but when I was having busier Christmas schooling seasons, when I was throwing my whole self in, I would typically use that space between Christmas and New Year's when there was no school happening. My husband was usually off. He was doing fun things with the kids. Family was taking kids and doing things. And I would enjoy a little bit of peaceful, um, introspective planning time there
Mhm.
too. Um, and inserting some fun things so that
Sure.
January and February aren't terribly winter bluesy like they
Right.
can easily get to
Yeah.
be. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Good time to take field trips or,
yes.
visit family members, which I mean, maybe you've seen family members during the holidays, but maybe there are friends or family that you didn't get to see. And that's a good time to maybe take a little break and go visit family. But yeah, I mean, I think it's such a great opportunity for us to look back. And again, when our kids are in a classroom, their teacher has their whole lesson plan laid out for the year. And they, for the most part, stick to that lesson plan. With homeschooling, we can reevaluate what we've been doing for the year and say, this curriculum isn't working, this schedule isn't working, whatever. And we can revamp it and just say, okay, we're going to start over. We're going to start fresh. We're going to try something different and something new and keep from getting those January and February blues that we sometimes get. I think oftentimes it's the whole excitement of the holidays. And then we get back into the everyday routine and it can be overwhelming sometimes. And
one quick tip, if you are a textbook kind of person, insert a unit study, insert maybe a 2-week unit study on, I don't know, some kind of winter theme or something that everybody's interested in, just to revive those winter blues, February, January kinds of moments.
Homeschool Insights is sponsored by CTC Math. If you're looking for a great online math program, visit ctcmath.com and try it for free. For more great homeschool inspiration and resources, listen to the Schoolhouse Rocked podcast every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday.